Hello class, thank you for watching this video. So for today's discussion, I'm going to talk about intercellular compartment. So as you can see here on our image below, 'di ba? Ang laki ng gap niya, 'di ba? Aside from cytoplasm and cytosol, this big gap is actually made up of what we call as intercellular compartments. So when we say intercellular compartments, these are structural and functional spaces between cells, enabling communication, adhesion, transport, and exchange of molecules. So for its importance naman po, so first is main tissue integrity, para po siya hindi po magalaw at para pong cells natin ay on its place lamang po. So facilitate cell signaling, allow nutrient and waste exchange, provide defensive barrier as well. So intercellular compartment are not just gaps between cells. They are dynamic microenvironments where crucial biological processes occur, including communication, just like we have discussed last week, via signaling molecules, structural adhesion, and selective permeability, which is of course kung paano po nagpapapasok at nagpapalabas si cell membrane. So we got here the types of intercellular compartments: tight junction, sonula occludens; adherence junction, the sonula adherens; desmosomes, the macula adherens; junctions, nexus, extracellular matrix o ECM compartments; and the intercellular clefts and spaces o yung mga nasa loob na po yun. For our sonula occludens, which is commonly known as tight junction, ito yung parang mas kilala na lahat, no? Found in epithelial and endothelial cells, which is ating balat mas madalas. So it functions as a seal in intercellular space, control paracellular transport, maintain cell polarity. For its key proteins, claudins, occludins, junctional adhesion molecules or JAMs. So tight junctions act as barrier. Kaya siya common po sa epithelial and endothelial cells o ating skin cells kasi sila po ay barrier, regulating what substances can pass between cells, critical in blood-brain barrier, and intestinal lining. For example, just like what you see in this one, no? We got here the tight junction. Ayan, tight junction yung mag-silbing bilang barrier. Like this one. Ayan. Yung mga crack na yan, tight junction yan. Next is the adherence junction or the sonula adherens. So, located just beneath the tight junction. As you can see, tight junction. As next, the adhering junction or adherence junction. So for its function, it anchors cell through adherence linked to actin cytoskeleton, maintains tissue integrity, important in embryonic development and morphogenesis. Adherence junctions are mechanical anchors. They mainly anchors para ma-in place lang siya, 'di ba? Para di gumagalaw masyado yung tissue o yung ating cell. So that connect actin filaments of neighboring cell, allowing tissues to resist mechanical stress. That is the reason why as well si adhering junction is marami sa ating balat, no? So pag yung kinurot mo kahit anong banat mo dyan, since meron tayong anchors which is si adherence junction, flexible po si ating balat. Ayan, just like this one, di ba? Ayan. Adhesion belt, intercellular space, and ayan. For example, another this one. Next is si macula adherens o si desmosomes. So, spot-like adhesions common in skin as well and hard tissue. Provide mechanical strength. Linked intermediate filament which is keratin of adjacent cells. So, key proteins are desmoglins, desmocolins. So, desmosomes give tissue-like skin, their resistance to mechanical forces, dysfunction in desmosomes, and of course, lead blistering diseases. So, ayan. So, another thing na nakikita ng skin natin, which is si desmosomes. Para siya po ay flexible din as well. And of course, pag po tayo kinurot-kurot or nagkaroon po ng mechanical stress o laban si balat, babalik lang po siya sa dati niyang shape. Like this one. Ayan. Next is the gap junctions or the nexus. So, allow direct cytoplasmic exchange between cells. So, electrical and metabolic coupling, key in cardiac and smooth muscle contraction. So, the protein unit, we call them as connexons or minsan connexins, diba? Pag connexons, malaki yon, yung marami. Pag connexins, isa-isa. Okay, sama-sama connections. So, in gap junctions are essentials for rapid communication between cells. Like example, in the heart, they synchronize contraction by enabling ionic current flow between cardiomyocytes. Okay? So, si gap junctions, nakikita po kay heart din po yan. Kasi nga po, kailangan po automatic po yung pagpump ng ating heart. So, kapag nagpump si unang chamber, kailangan po susunod mo po pump automatic po si next chamber. Doon po papasok si gap junction for the smooth muscle and cardiac contractions. Direct po siya. Like example, this one. Ayan. So, ayan po si ating nexus class. Ito, yung space na yan. Ayan, yung space na nexus yan, class. Okay? So, bubuka-buka yan ngayon. So, para pumasok yung ating mga dugo or anything para direkta lang po siya, no? Assuming yan po yung heart, si ating unang chamber, second chamber. So, pag pumasok si dugo dyan sa kabila, mabilis lang. Di na po niya kailangan mag-travel mabilis. Okay? O nang malayo. Like this one as well. And another thing. Next is the extracellular matrix or the ECM compartments. These are non-cellular components present in all tissues, composed of collagen, elastin, fibronectin, and proteoglycans. So they provide a structural scaffolding, regulate cell adhesion and migration, mediates biochemical signaling. And the ECM is not just structural. It actively influences cell behavior through signaling molecules and integrin-mediated pathways. So, for example, like this one, ayan, si ECM compartments. On this one. Next is the other intercellular clefts and spaces. So, narrow gaps between endothelial cells and capillaries. So, their function is to facilitate an exchange of water and small solutes, form part of paracellular transport pathways. So, they're important in kidney filtration, blood-brain barrier permeability. These intercellular clefts are crucial in regulating selective permeability and ensuring tissues receive necessary nutrients while maintaining protective barriers. So, yeah, mas naganap po siya sa ating kidney para po ma-filter lang po yung ating mga kailangan ating katawan. And of course, di po pumasok yung mga bad chemicals sa ating body. So, for its functional importance, no, main tissue cohesion, yan po yung ating importance ng ating intercellular connections, facilitate cell-to-cell communication, regulate permeability and transport, allow synchronization of cellular activities. Diba nga, sabi ko ganina, diba? For example, sa nexus, sa heart, pag tumibok o pag naglabas po ng dugo si ating first chamber, kailangan po nakaready na po si ating second chamber. At yung po pa sa gap junction, maliit lang po yung space na yon. So, defend against pathogens via barriers. Without these compartments, multicellular organisms would lack coordination and integrity necessary for complex life. For its clinical relevance, ayan, dysfunction in intercellular compartments leads to, first, cancer metastasis or loss of adhesion, autoimmune diseases, very common. Desmodome targeting antibodies in pemphigus. Neurological disorders such as in gap junction mutation linked to epilepsy. So, barrier failures, tight junction disruption in inflammatory bowel disease. So, clinical disorders show how vital these compartments are. Even small defects can cause systematic consequences. Okay, so I hope that you have understood our lesson for today. So, please kindly review at malapit na po ang ating midterm. So, once again, thank you very much. Have a great day.